Hello, my name is Kurt and you're watching Anime Basic. They did it. They actually made a good live-action anime adaptation. Not just good for an anime adaptation, an actually good live-action anime adaptation. I love the One Piece anime and was worried Netflix would mess this one up like, well, any anime they've gotten their hands on. But I love this show, and I'm going to break down my thoughts on it in this review. This is your final warning, there will be spoilers. Ready? Let's go. First, I want to talk about casting and the cast acting. It was pretty great around the board. As Oda said himself, Iñaki is Luffy. But I think that can be said about a lot of the characters. Watching behind the scenes stuff, you can really tell everyone was passionate about their roles and wanted to do these characters justice, and I can wholeheartedly say that they did. Before I continue on with the video, could you please do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel and click the like button? It's absolutely free and it helps out massively. On to the rest of my thoughts on the casting. Most of the cast were perfectly cast, and I feel like the only character that was really miscast was Garp. Shanks didn't look exactly how I would have liked him to, but the actor won me over with the charm and mannerisms he embodied playing Shanks. And even though the narrator wasn't used much, Ian McShane did a great job at that, as always. Next, I want to talk about the story and how close it is to the anime/manga. Story elements are mixed together and rushed in order to fit East Blue into 8 one-hour episodes. This is fine for the most part, but does leave some episodes feeling a little rushed. You know how I was talking about how great the casting was earlier? Well, Buggy is another character that was perfectly cast, and he's pretty threatening when we first meet him, like he needs to be, but is also a lovable goofball later on in the series. Earlier I mentioned how I felt like Garp was miscast, and I feel like that's partly from how he's written. Garp in the anime is a hard ass on Luffy, but he still cares and never seems like he's actually trying to kill him. But the vibe I got from live action Garp was that he's a massive walking asshole who genuinely wants to harm Luffy. I'm also not a massive fan of Garp's main story being pushed up timeline-wise in the live action. I think his storyline probably should have ended up in season 2 or 3 of the live action, if we get them. Kaya not believing Usopp about Kuro hurt me just as much in live action as it does in animated form, so they got that down pat. I'm also very surprised that they killed off Merry. I know he's a minor character after the Syrup Village arc, but it still shocked me. And I want to note, the island that Sanji and Zeph get stranded on is so high. I have no idea how the hell they got up there. Even a high tide wouldn't get them up there. And the build up to Nami's story in Arlong Park, it was amazing and done perfectly. So the One Piece live action covers up to about episode 44 of the anime. It's made up of 8 episodes that are about 1 hour each. If you consider that each One Piece anime episode is about 20 minutes, not including intros and outros, that means that they went through 44 episodes of main story in the same amount of time as about 24 episodes of the anime, so they did cut out quite a lot. So how does it look? Well, it was surprisingly more violent than I thought it would be. Zoro cutting Mr. 7 in half was not something I was expecting to see in the first episode. Most characters have their looks faithful to the anime, and the Straw Hats even get to wear some of the different costumes that they wore on the manga covers. Nami also gets to wear the costume that the prototype version of Nami wore before the manga came out. I loved the references to characters from further in the series. It really does make this feel like it's for One Piece fans. It was really awesome to see that each episode has a different themed title card. I can't wait to see what the other title cards will look like in season 2. The set design is amazing, especially the ships. The Going Merry and Baratie in particular looked fantastic. You can really see where every dollar went. The action is also choreographed very well. The only effect I never really liked was the effects for the fishmen, especially on Arlong. Although Arlong makes up for it because his voice is fucking sick. And my final note for the visuals? You can tell that the budget for special effects was really used where it was needed most, like in the final episode of Arlong Park. Music is something that is so important, even in a primarily visual-based media. So how did they do? Really well. The music was great. It's heartwarming when it needs to be, and swashbuckling when it fits best. The orchestral version of We Are is fantastic, and they picked the best moment in the show to play it. There's a song called My Sails Are Set that played during the ending of the show and during Nami and Nojiko's goodbye. It's amazing, and if you listen to the lyrics, it's basically Nami's theme song. Now, what did I think overall? The One Piece live action series is a resounding success. I loved it. I really hope that this is a lot of people's gateway into the One Piece anime or manga, because the story is fantastic and full of heart. It was really nice getting to return to the East Blue saga, but have a twist to keep it fresh. I really hope we get a season 2 because I want to see the Drum Island and Alabasta arcs in live action. The Smoker tease was a great way to tease a second season. I was hoping the season would do well, and so far, it looks like it is. I believe it's number 1 in 84 countries on Netflix at the time of writing the script, and that breaks the record that Stranger Things Season 4 and Wednesday Season 1 set. I'll eventually do an episode of live action anime on One Piece, but until then, you can bet your ass I'll be singing the live action's praises. Did you guys watch all 8 episodes yet? What did you think? I want to see your thoughts in the comments below. My name is Kurt, and you've been watching Anime Basic. I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.